Let's go, guys. First day of joint practices with the Falcons. Sauce gets his first interception. Elijah Moore puts dudes in a blender, and Breece Hall breaks loose. Jets! Welcome to Jets Talk. My name's Ryan. I'll be your pilot. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. If you've been here before, welcome back. I love having you here. Boys and girls, today was our first day of joint practices with the Atlanta Falcons. We play them on Monday, so we have two open practices that the Jets get to see against some actual competition. And thank you, Richie, for inviting me to today's practice. It was a lot of fun hanging out with you and seeing all the, people and players up close. Dude, it was fun. This one's going to be a lot of fun to talk about. I love the joint practices because of the competition level that it brings. When you're going one-on-one against your peer on your team, you're always going to try and give 100%, but I feel like there's a little bit of extra juice when you can embarrass the dude in front of you because you're in the back of your head, while you're fighting for a roster spot. I think there's probably not 100% full gas going in every practice and every rep, but in the competitive practices against other teams, you better believe there's extra juice coming. Now, this one had me all sorts of concerned because I'm like, oh no, the last time we did this with the Packers, Carl Lawson was lost for the season. Put this man in a bubble. I don't want this guy going anywhere near anything that could possibly blow an Achilles or an ACL. And today was a very good day across the board for the whole Jets team in general. I mean, it didn't look like the Falcons had a fighting chance against the Jets won. So it was nice to kind of see that sort of come in. But let's talk a little bit about the practice overall. The first thing up, the defense is getting chippy. This was something that the Carl Lawson, Robert Saleh pulled guys aside, had a team meeting about earlier this week where they're saying, hey, make sure you stay focused. Don't go across that line. You don't want to cause a penalty hurting your team. The way I took that, get that guy on the opposite side as aggravated as possible. Get him to cause a penalty, and then you just stop. Just have that happen. And it seemed like there was at least two fights throughout the day, and it's always going to get chippier when you have someone going full steam on an opposing team. And I don't know exactly who was involved in each fight, but it was fun watching the piles sort of combine. And then they actually pulled the, I think it was our defense and their offense aside for a little bit to let them cool off. Or at least that's what it looked like. So I like the fire. I like the passion. Hopefully we see more of this tomorrow. Now, the other thing that was really cool was Sauce Gardner getting his first interception against his former quarterback in Desmond Ridder. I really like Desmond Ridder as a prospect. I think he's going to end up being the best quarterback in this draft class, but Sauce Gardner, the number 4 overall pick, showing his worth and getting the interception here. So I really like that. Didn't get to see a really good highlight video of it. So unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to show it. But if I see one before I finish editing this, then I'll throw it up on the screen. But really cool to see Sauce get his first interception. I would bet this is not going to be the first one or the only one we're going to see throughout the course of the next few weeks and months as we go through the season. I think this dude's going to get like 4 interceptions on the season, and I think he's going to play that Antonio Cromartie kind of robber role. Like, I think people aren't necessarily going to force the ball his direction. I think they might try DJ Reed, but I think they'll see like, okay, DJ Reed's really good by himself. Let's try Sauce Gardner. First preseason game, 14 coverage snaps, no targets. Now, maybe that's because they were able to pass the ball elsewhere, but I do think that Sauce is going to be able to lock some dudes down like way earlier than I think any cornerback should really be expected to do so. So I really love what we're getting out of him. Then I want to talk about 2 of our playmakers. These guys had some phenomenal plays. Breece Hall rips off a 75-yard run, just putting some moves on guys and sprinting all the way down the field. The crowd went absolutely bananas when you saw him run loose. And then Elijah Moore put a dude in a blender. I couldn't see who it was from the other side of the field, but this guy was all sorts of twisted up. Ankles broken. Just Elijah Moore would be hard to tackle in a phone booth. This guy's awesome too. And he stayed later after practice and signed a bunch of stuff for a bunch of guys. And Richie got to meet him, and it was like really cool to see right in front of us. It was, these guys are cool. All right. Now I want to talk a little bit about the quarterback situation. This one was a little fun. Joe Flacco has very good command of the offense. It felt like we did not skip a beat. It felt very smooth and methodical as he worked his way down the 2-minute drill. It felt like he was putting the ball where it needed to be, and guys were making the catch. Denzel Mims had a great catch. I don't know if that was during the 2-minute drill, but he had a nice sideline catch. There was a bunch of really good plays, and it felt like we weren't stalling, moving our way down the field. And going against another team's number ones, that makes me feel pretty good. It's not just our team that could possibly be getting beat up on by our own offense. And then we had a Zach Wilson sighting. This was hysterical right in front of us. I'm sitting there, I'm like, that looks like Zach Wilson driving that utility vehicle. Oh my God, it is Zach Wilson. And then I send that over to Matt and Greenby, and Matt's just like, oh, hashtag Quadzilla. And I was like, that's too good not to tell other people about. So yeah, Quadzilla, driving around in the cart, having a lot of fun. Now, hopefully, he's taking away some important little tidbits. Hopefully, they're watching some film and things like that on Atlanta's defense, so he can at least get a little bit of work. I don't want him just having a little bit of fun driving around the cart and not paying attention. But overall, he seemed like he was in pretty good spirits, so can't complain there. And I really like what we're getting out of Joe Flacco. I'm a little bit more surprised with how in command he is right now. I mean, I guess he was here last year, but it's still like, it's impressive. This guy doesn't look like he really lost that much. We're going to lose the mobility of Zach Wilson by having Flacco start, but I would argue we may have a better chance at winning week 1 with Flacco because of his knowledge of the Ravens and sort of maybe a little bit more of the reliability side of things. While it's not as like high of a ceiling as Zach would be able to provide to us, I think Flacco's actually going to hold it down pretty good. And us facing the AFC North first, like even if Zach has to miss like 1, 2, maybe 3 games or something like that, Joe has played all these teams. And while the players have switched over a little bit, he knows those divisions really well. He'll know the coaches. I think we're in good hands with Joe Flacco. I really do. So guys, those are my thoughts on today's training camp. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you want to get yourself one of these wide receiver 1 sauce shirts, really cool. They actually had it on One Jets Drive, and that was fun to see. So thank you for whoever wound up buying that shirt and having it there. That was a lot of fun. But guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And as always, go Jets.